Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thanks for joining us. And Clara Rose is with us, co-hosting for the Christian Chamber of Commerce. And we have a delightful lady who we were talking about in the first. All good. Laurean Callander. And you are with Red Palm Marketing.
Yes, I am.
You gave me such a great story behind that and how that came about, which was Red Palm Marketing. I know there's got to be a story behind it. Can you tell us real quickly?
Yeah, to clarify for the audience, she was asking about the name of the company, not the setup of the company itself, but how the name came about. And being a marketer, I got to really think about the name. And I wanted to set up a company that in about 20 or 30 years, I might want to sell the company. So the name couldn't be related to me. I wanted it to be gender neutral in case a guy bought it, he could still use the name Red Palm Marketing. And I wanted it to be two one-syllable words. And so we were at my mom's 50th birthday party, which was attended by a lot of business owners and other upstanding members of the community and people who buy marketing. And it became the birthday game of the evening. Let's name, her daughter's company. It's a brand new company, hasn't started yet, but she needs a name for it, and it's going to be an amazing marketing. We got to give it a name. And they were tossing out all these different names, and it came with a lot of liquor. But let's be honest about this. But it was like, as they were tossing out the names, the litmus test was, would you write a check to this name of this company? Would you refer this name of this company? Would you be proud to say the name of this company is doing my marketing, is doing my advertising, is the voice, the responsible party of my company's message to the public? Could I say it's that name? And so for a lot of them, they're like going, well, could I refer the Green Lantern? No, I can't refer the Green Lantern. Can I refer, we're surrounded by all these superhero things, so I'm picking on the superheroes, but can I refer Batman as my marketing agent? And a lot of those answers were no. But when they came up with Red Palm Marketing, everyone's like, wow, I can refer this company. So I was like, okay, cool, we got a winner.
So I knew there was a story behind it. That's adorable. So tell me about Red Palm Marketing.
Yeah, we are a unique kind of marketing agency. We are set up to be the outsourced marketing director of an organization. So let's just say your company has been companying along for 20 or 30 years. You are the best at whatever it is that you do. You've got a large staff. You've been doing your businessing for a long time. And you might wake up one day and say, you know what? It's about time our established business of 20 or 30 years needs a website. You'd be surprised how many companies out there that are that successful don't have a website. Or they built their website 10 years ago and they say, you know what, we need to up the ante on this website. Maybe we should get involved in that social media, Facebook, Twitter, Insta, whatever thing. And they're like, going, can you do that for us? And the answer is most often, maybe. Because there's a big question involved. And the question is, what does the culture of your company look like? What are the available resources look like? What can people in your company already do very well, far better than us, and we just haven't tapped into that yet. What available budget, if any, is there to do anything? And then who is your target market? Who do you want to bring more of into the business? And then so I put on my creative hat and I talk to the people in the company. I get a brain dump from the owner or the founder, and then I talk to the clients and find out who they are and why they bought or why they refer their family, friends, and neighbors to the company. And I start to piece it together and come up with a plan that is unique to those two cultures. So sometimes it looks like a refreshed website. Sometimes it looks like Facebook, and more oftentimes it doesn't. Sometimes it looks like direct mail. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it looks like TV. Sometimes it does. So it just depends on what those cultures and that client's comfortable level is with technology.
That makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah. So it sounds like you've been having fun with this with your company. How long has it been in existence?
We started the paperwork in 2012, and I launched it in July of 2012 as Red Palm Marketing.
Oh, very good.
So we're coming up to our 5th year in business, which I'm so excited about, because that's the magic number for established businesses that will make it. So,
we're number 5, right? I love it.
Yeah.
So now you joined the Christian Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
When did you join?
Before they started, before they were.
I told you.
Oh, yes, that's
there
right.
by
Now,
Laurie's side.
Laurean is the one that was right from the very inception of
Yeah.
all of this. So how did that work for you? And were you were launching your business at that time?
That's the fun story about my partnership with the Christian Chamber is, it was kind of funny how it turned out, is that I'm a member of Harborside Christian Church. Just got married there, by the way,
Well,
a year and a half ago.
congratulations.
They just built a chapel there, so we're excited. I got married in the pastor's church. Now there's a chapel. So we're going to have to go do it again. Just saying, Pastor Kurt, we might have to do a redo on this wedding thing. But and the Harborside was establishing a business ministry, and I was a part of that, because how can I contribute? I'm trying to start my marketing company. How can I contribute? And so Harborside said, well, we're doing our thing here with business ministry, but Lori Hill over here is doing something too. Go represent our church over there and do whatever she needs. So I went to this coffee that started this whole thing, and got to talking with Lori, and she's like, well, we're both babying our companies, creating something out of nothing. Creation in itself is just exciting and scary all at the same time. And so we decided to do it together side by side. So as I'm growing Red Palm Marketing, I'm using the chamber as testing grounds for new ideas and stuff like this too. Fortunately,
so
both
good.
it worked out both for both of us. So it worked out to be a huge win-win for both of us. So while I'm helping her, my heart in a chamber has always been with the ambassador program. Always been with the ambassador program. I think that if you're going to be in a chamber and you're there to grow your business, let's be honest, that's why we join chambers. That's why we want to grow the top line. We want to get business in. So how am I going to contribute? Well, the best way to be involved in a chamber is to be an ambassador, because you get all the new people.
That's it. There you go. That's it.
And you get to handhold them through the process. So that's always been my goal. Whenever I've ever been involved in a chamber, my entire career, it's always been in an ambassador program because of that. And what I loved most about the Christian Chamber, because it is the only chamber we belong to. Hey, there's only one of me to go around. There's a lot to be done. A lot to be done. And to do it well, to do it right, takes a huge amount of effort and time. And so the other thing that I love about the Christian Chamber is that they promote being a part of something bigger. I mean, how amazing would it be if Tampa Bay looked different because the chamber was here, because the Christian Chamber existed, and that we were working on the bigger picture. Yes, we're all doing this thing I call businessing together. We're all helping nurture and grow our companies together, but we impact the greater community at the same time by just being who we are. We're not out there Bible thumping, we're not out there preaching, we're not all out there asking you to pray on the street corner with us, although it does happen. But because we exist and we embody this in the community, Tampa looks different. And that's what I want for Red Palm Marketing too. I want the business community to look different because Red Palm Marketing is in it.
Exactly.
And that's been the feedback we've been getting from our customers. We're pretty excited. We got a huge attaboy from a recent client that we signed, a software company out of San Jose, California. So that's actually Silicon Valley. And that's where I was born and raised. My family built a software company in San Francisco, so it's kind of cool to see it come full circle and software coming and asking us, it's a multinational company, asking us, little old Red Palm Marketing in the corner of, Pinellas County, Florida, to submit an SEO bid. Now, we have a lot of large clients all over the country, a lot in Dallas and a lot here, so I do a lot of travel between the two cities. And I said, I know who our competitors are. I know who they are. And I want to present last. I know who these big guys are, but I said, Mrs. Customer, we're not a big company. You're not going to get a lot of fanfare and red carpet treatment out of us because we just don't have the funds to do that. But you're going to get an honest bid. And she goes, we love small business. That's what we're looking for. So, okay, fine, but I want to present last. So let me just set the stage here. So this big company has a lot of people in a committee process to buy something. So we're all on this conference call. I sent out, got everyone on the WebEx or the GoToMeeting or whatever the technology was that we used for the meeting. And everyone's got my PowerPoint. They're all looking at the screen. We're going through the slide deck. I do the dog and pony show. Who are we? How long have we been here? Blah, 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 right? And then we get to some data that I showed them on my research on their organization. Now that company has been around since, I want to say, this particular software company has been around since, I want to say, the mid-90s. So still babies in the world of business, but very mature in the world of software business.
Oh, okay.
Big difference, because you remember software really launched in the mid 80s. You know, so most of the businesses that exist, a lot of mine that I've started with started in the 20s and the 1910, 1925, 1930. So you got to kind of put things into perspective here. So there's a committee of these people on the conference call. We're talking in, and I said, here is the data. I know who you've talked to. You're probably budgeting about $8,000 to $10,000 a year for an SEO campaign. Yes. You would be fools to spend more than, I think I said $2,500 a year for an SEO campaign, because the data doesn't support that kind of ROI spend. I know you're doing all these other things in marketing. I would rather see you reinvest that money over to these other areas and beef those up, because that makes more sense in your world of marketing. You'll have better results. And I know you want this campaign, but I cannot sit here and I can sell you this, but I can't, in my heart of hearts,
In good conscience.
in good conscience, the
Right.
Christian person that I am, sell you this program knowing the ROI isn't there, because in 6 months you're going to come back, you're going to be PO'd that you spent all this money and got no results, and I know what the results are going to look like.
So you're heading this off at the pass. I like that. I
I'm
like what I
heading it
hear.
off at the pass. So here's the thing. So we're sitting
And we
in-
have just under 2 minutes.
So we're sitting in this conference call, dead silence. No one's speaking. They're all
People
texting
are
each
like,
other. They're shocked. And
"This
so they
lady."
said, Laurean, you got the deal. You're the only one that told us the truth.
See that? See? And the truth will set you free. That is amazing. Well, congratulations. It sounds like you are very successful, and you've met a match with the Christian Chamber. Congratulations with all that, Laurean.
Yeah, we're very excited about the future of both organizations, Red Palm Marketing, our clients' stuff, and
Yes.
of course, where the Christian Chamber is going to be going under Clara's leadership. With
Wow.
Laurean by my side.
See that? Wow, nothing like having her in your hip pocket, right? With all these marketing tools and you know, the honesty of all that. And aren't we supposed to be in business?
Refreshing.
And really.
Refreshing.
We're called to do that, but you would be surprised how many say they want to do that, but they don't.
Actually, I'm not surprised. I've seen it. Believe
And many
me,
times
with
I'm
my
the first
own
one in the
eyes.
room to say it, as hard as it is, and I'm scared, my hands are shaking, I'm afraid I'm going to lose the biggest account. But sometimes you have to speak truth to power, sometimes you have to speak truth to leadership, and it's only in the bigger picture of God's idea of community that we can do that, so everyone is better at the end of the day. And maybe I might lose that account, but if I lose it for the right reasons, because I was true to myself, then I'll lose
Thank
the account.
you. Thank you. And on that note, we're going to take a break. You're a delight. Congratulations to your
You're welcome.
success and your good values. We'll be right back again.